How are we all doing tonight? I was just doing something with Orc, helping him with an issue. Alright, so we got a lot of people. Well, first of all, welcome. This is the grand return of Ldeiner Cinema. So I'm bringing this back. Some things I'm mostly just kind of like experimenting with some things to sort of try and make it work. But essentially, I am going to try doing this myself, see if the format. Because one of the issues I had with it is when I would have guest hosts, usually Orc War Chief reviews, but I'm not singling him out necessarily. But when I would have a lot of guests, a lot of times the topics, it would just kind of go off topic, and half the time I wouldn't even really be paying attention much to the movie. Just kind of like, I'd have to like balance like listening, paying attention to him and paying attention to the movie. Here I might just be able to pay attention to the movie. So I'm going to try that. And also, I am making this public. Initially, this was meant to be sort of like a carrot on a stick, if you will, for members. I realized that was not necessarily working out, and I was more so just limiting my audience unnecessarily. I'm going to have to search for new means of boosting memberships. I was actually going to do something regarding that, but I totally forgot. But I'll do that tomorrow, I think. But focusing on this, one thing I will do though is I will make what is it? I will make the Aftermath show members only. So if you want a more concise, my more concise thoughts on the following movie, $2.99 a month. I mean, look, what? You know what? Fine. I'll just take this quick moment to pimp out my membership. Guys, whatever you paid for your Black Friday stuff, because I know we were all Black Friday shopping. Maybe it was for us, maybe it was for someone else. I don't know. That's none of my concern. But what I do know is whatever you bought, it was probably cheaper, or it was probably more expensive, rather, than my membership. My membership is just $2.99 a month. And for that price, you get these emotes, and you will also get Ldeiner Cinema Aftermath, the post-show to this, where I will have more concise thoughts on the movie that I am about to watch. In this case, it's Fire and Ice. It could be any other movie in the future, obviously. So yeah, just $2.99 a month. Anyway, also before we begin, I just want to say hello to all of the wonderful people in chat. We got quite a few people interested. Hello, Nintendo Vaults, Jeremiah Thomas, Mike Wolf, Karumium Good Gamer, Orc War Chief Reviews, and Daniel Barry Sports Highlights. All these people joining in before the show even really begins. Just saw something. Okay, I see. It's just something that was delayed on my end. Um, but yes, happy Saturday. You thought we were playing the NES puzzle game. I was playing the music. I was playing the music to that earlier. It has some really good music. There was actually, you know what? Speaking of Fire and Ice video games, there was actually an Amiga game based on Fire and Ice. Came out like I didn't realize the movie. That's why, like, I was kind of surprised the movie was as old as it was because I thought it was like a '90s movie because, like, an Amiga game based on a movie, you would think it would be contemporary to the movie. No, it came out like 10 years after the fucking movie. And from what I understand, the game was kind of shit anyway, so. Or, no, was it? No, you know what? I think the Amiga game was like a platformer, and it was kind of okay for a platformer on Amiga. Maybe it wasn't even based on the movie. Well, the NES game for sure was not based on any movie. It was kind of a sort of kind of not really sequel to Solomon's Key, and it was very good for that. And yeah, Karumi just beat Harmony of Dissonance. Let's all give a round of applause to Karumi for beating Harmony of Dissonance. Congratulations, Karumi. All right, bye, Orc. Tell me your thoughts later in Discord. Okay. Will do. So, I am going to. All right, Fire and Ice. And as it says in the top. Oh shit, I'm going to need to. Well, I'm going to need to do a couple of things. But as it says in the top left, you will not be able, unfortunately, to see nor hear the. You will not be able to see nor hear the audio or video for copyright reasons. I don't make the rules, nor do I enforce them. But it would be cool if I could do any of those. Regardless, there will be a time code you'll see there in the top right. It says 000. It's at the beginning of the movie. And, once we do that, lovely things will happen. Once we play, lovely things will happen. So, enough. Without further ado, let's play 20th Century Fox. I've not seen this movie before. I have no idea what. All I know is that apparently there's sexy cavemen. Oh, how do I make it? Oh, I don't. I want to make it like. I can't make it stay. Oh, it's mocap. That's interesting. Also, hello, Game Gear Goddess. Very well animated. Well, 1983. This movie is older than I thought it was. I thought it came out in the early 90s, like around the time that one Amiga game came out. And yeah, GG to Karumi for beating Harmony of Dissonance. Oh, I like the music. I'm trying something real quick. Hold on. Okay. I don't think this is gonna stay, so I might just have to like periodically, like every couple of minutes or so, just like wave my mouse over so you can see the time code. I like the music. Did I say John Williams? No. I thought I saw John Williams for a second, but no, I don't think this is him. But yeah, I'm almost done with. Did I don't know if Karumi's still here, but did you get like Reverse Castle or well, I get actually no, I think you kind of have to get Reverse Castle in Harmony of Dissonance. It's not like an optional thing like in Symphony. As for the like actual plot and anything about the movie, I have no idea. I think this is one orc wanted me to watch like a long time ago. It's just something that was on my list. But apparently the cavemen are sexy. That's all I know. Oh, getting true ending is optional though. I don't know if Karumi did that or not. How do you get true ending? Because I might need to know how to do that. Well, I assume it's like defeating all the bosses, but like, do you have to like defeat them in a certain order or something? Oh, Warring Cavemen. Ooh. Oh, there's all of one sexy girl. Okay. I mean, one sexy caveman is better than none. I think we can all agree to that. You know, if that's your kink, I'm not going to judge. Not my thing, but, you know. And now I am absolutely convinced that this is something that Orc requested. This is so Orc-core it hurts. Animation is really good. Yeah, it does look like. Well, it looks like at least part of this is rotoscoped. Like, rotoscoped on top of, like, one, like, more detailed background. Bad ending is killing your friend. Oh, in Harmony of Dissonance. Okay. The real bad ending is playing the Fire and Ice Amiga game. Actually, no, I don't remember if it was any good or not. I'll have to try that one out. I think it was actually a fairly well reviewed Amiga platform, but that doesn't necessarily say anything. British people liked a lot of stupid shit at the time. Like Tomb Raider. Oh, sorry, did I say that? You know what? No, I can't put that on the British. We liked Tomb Raider too. Or Tomb Raider as well. Also Tomb Raider 2. I don't know about mocap, but this definitely looks like it's rotoscoped. At least to some degree. I only just now noticed that Game Gear Goddess's pan like whatever handle name is Lewd Gamer Overrated Repro. I like that. I'm a fan. I approve. LDP approved. Oh, it blanked for a second because it's expecting to roll an ad, but haha, joke's on you, Tubi. I have ad block. Oh, it's a play on Karumi Good Gamer Underrated Retro. Okay. I get it. Again, sorry I can't like keep this on the screen at all times. I guess Tubi doesn't there's no way to get Tubi to do that. But we're about 5 minutes in at this point. Hello, Renee. Guys, if you want to watch this along with me, there is a link in the pinned comments. Also in the description, it is on Tubi. I'm not sure to what ends this is or isn't available outside the US, but it is available in the US. So, I mean, like the because I looked like on like some of the more nefarious sites and I couldn't find it. I was just like, oh well, it's available on Tubi. It's available for free. Most people should be able to watch it. Man, so like it's kind of interesting because like Disney around this time was not doing well. Actually, I think like they were literally about to be acquired by Paramount around this time, but then Michael Eisner kind of came in and basically just kind of cleaned house, and that ultimately led to a big big box office successes like Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin. Um, I mean, Disney was doing some good movies around this time. I think Fox and the Hound would have come out around this time, but I don't think it was particularly successful at the time. So it's kind of interesting seeing like all of these companies that were clearly inspired by Disney just taking advantage of that power vacuum. Like what is animation gonna look like now that Disney's no longer the top dog? Is it gonna be like Fire and Ice? Is it gonna be like kind of adult and sort of lewd, like heavy metal? Is it gonna be Don Bluth, who was like ex Disney, doing shit like American Tail and Secret of Nim? Yeah, I guess this is more an adult film. It doesn't really cater to the Disney market, but it's like, like giving a shit about animated movies, I think is sort of like sort of Disney inspired. Because like nobody aside from Disney was really putting their ass into like full length animated movies, at least in the US. I wonder if this movie was like successful when it came out. I know it definitely has like kind of a cult following now. I'm not sure it was successful at the time. Might have been, I'm not sure. Also, there was apparently a 2001 version of Fire and Ice. No idea if that's at all. Well, there's a movie that came out in 2001 called Fire and Ice. I'm not sure if that's related, if it's a remake, if it's like a reboot. I'm not sure. But that is another thing I noticed is that there is a 2001 movie called Fire and Ice. Earth, Air, Fire, and Water. Oh, this is two of those. I think we found the sexy caveman. Or cave woman, rather. Cave they them. This movie just oozes Orc War Chief reviews. Did he make this in a past life? Oh man, sexy cave woman getting eight. I mean, look, I thought she was a snack too, but not this way. Not this. Not here. Not now. More Castlevania next January. You're doing Chronicles of the Wolf. Which one is that? I don't know that one. Oh, you won't do Arya. I I so like in my ongoing quest of playing Harmony of Dissonance, I have kind of been like trying to work out whether I like it better or worse than Arya. I still think I prefer Arya just cuz I think the game is maybe a bit more polished. Also, I think I like the Souls mechanic more than what Harmony does, but I am really enjoying both games. They are occupying the first and second positions in my ranking of GBA games. I did just add some of the Final Fantasy games in the top five as well. They all got outstanding, even the overrated one. So I can already say, like, doing it this way, I'm able to pay attention to the movie a lot more. What the hell is this movie? This movie is a goddamn fever dream.
Are you streaming?
Yeah.
The Switch is dead.
The Switch is dead?
Yeah, the battery's completely out.
Oh, well, then charge it.
With what?
The dock?
Oh. Well, we put it on the dock and nothing's happening.
Maybe it's unplugged. I don't know.
Okay. Oh, just like after your stream, see if you can fix it.
Alright. If they fucking broke my Switch, I swear to God. Honestly, I don't really use it as much, but I'm guessing they didn't. I'm sure something just came undone. Yeah, I stand by my previous statement. This movie is a goddamn fever dream. I think the main problem with me specifically is this is a very visual movie, and that makes sense because the visuals are very good. But it's occasionally difficult for me to really follow what's going on. Um, But on the other hand, it is very good at playing with atmosphere. It kind of doesn't really need to have like much dialogue because it's kind of good at it. You know, it's really good at showing, not telling, which is something I can greatly admire, even if that makes it a little bit harder for me personally to follow. Funny noises. The audioscape is just weird, incoherent grunting. What's that one band that Russell Brand was a part of? It was like a series of incomprehensible grunts or something. Russell Brand or Russell Crowe, I forget which one. Oh, it's 30 odd foot of grunts. Yeah, that's exactly what I would describe this movie as, 30 odd foot of grunts. We are uh we are 27-25. is what the time code says. I think the entire movie is like an hour and a half, so pretty standard. I'll say this. It's a very beautiful movie, beautiful looking movie. Plot is very slight. It's mostly an action movie, which is fine, but also I can't exactly see this being anyone's favorite movie. You know what I mean? Like it's definitely a movie that I see a lot of people liking, but it's not something I see being like anyone's favorite. This is the caveat to not having a person with me is that you kind of get like a lot of dead silence. Like I'm watching the movie and if you're watching with me, you're watching the movie, but if not, you're kind of just treated to like a lot of dead air, which is not usually advisable when streaming, but in this case, I feel like it's kind of unavoidable. I've sort of like learned to live with the fact that it's unavoidable. Dead silence, exactly. Oh yeah, redeems aren't gonna work because you can't hear the PC audio. I could hear it, but I don't think you'll be able to. I think that cave girl is like the only thing putting asses in seats. Well, no, maybe not the only thing, but definitely the main thing putting asses in seats. People in 1983 were like, you didn't have the internet. You couldn't just like go onto any website and type in "sexy cave girl." You kind of had to take what you could get. I'm looking to see how much this made at the box office. 1983 film Fire and Ice had a domestic box office gross of approximately 700 and what? $760,883, which was its worldwide gross as well. Despite a budget estimated of around 1.2 billion, 1.2 million, not 1.2 billion, 1.2 million. So the budget was approximately 1.2 million, and it made about 760 $883. Yeah, this movie mega flopped. It like only made back about half what they put into it. Yeah, it definitely seems like it has. Yeah, I kind of figured this would be like the sort of thing that had like more of a cult following. Was not successful when it came out. Wow, only made. I don't know what I'm more surprised about. The fact that I don't know what I'm more surprised about. The fact that this only made $760,000, or the fact that they were able to make a movie this beautiful on only $1.2 million. I mean, granted, like, inflation, that's gonna be worth more now than it was then, but like still, it's $1.2 million. That was not a lot of money even for the time, especially for a movie this beautiful. It was a good movie. I'm not saying it was a, good or bad movie. I'm saying it flopped, like, at the time. A lot of good movies flop. The box office success is not necessarily congruent to how good or bad a movie is. It's just, it could be like any number of things. Like, audiences maybe didn't gel with it at the time. Maybe they just did a bad job at advertising it. It could be any number of things. But uh I'm just reporting the facts. But yeah, I'm just amazed that a movie this good looking could be done with a budget of 1.2 million. But I'm not seeing where the corners are cut. I guess less dialogue means less you have to pay voice actors. That's one thing I could think of, but otherwise. Ice Lord. That sounds like some, I don't know about D&D shit, but nerd shit for sure. Use Ice and Book for your Harmony streams. I'm using I don't oh what is the thing? I'm using Ice and Cross. That's sort of like my uh that's sort of been like my ideal sub weapon, Ice and then the Cross. Because it has like that surrounding like field around you, and it'll just slowly deteriorate the more it starts hitting things. You can just melt bosses that way, I found. I don't know about the book. I don't know if I tried that yet, but that one that was like where it's just like firing the darts and you're just left motionless for like 10 seconds, fuck that weapon. Cross is good, but Ice and Book can clear areas. Noted. Slide is better than dash. Depends. It depends on what you're using it for. Dash is good if you're like going through like an empty corridor and there aren't any enemies. It just gets you from point A to point B a little bit faster. But slide can be good because it'll damage enemies. The other thing, the only problem though is like if you use that on like something like even just a little bit more powerful than you, or even just a little bit more powerful, like something that takes like more than one hit, it'll damage you as well. That's the only real issue with that. Is slide faster? I always thought the dash was faster. The other thing too is like if you're like me and you have like turbo options in your emulator, you can just turbo L or turbo R and it's even easier. Easy game. It's an easy game. The thing I don't like about it is they really are very stingy on the save points. More so, I think, than Arya. More so, even, I think, than Symphony of the Night. Symphony of the Night had some moments where it was a bit stingy on the save points, but not nearly as bad as Harmony. Hello, welcome back, Mike Wolf. Turbo L. Hey, that's inappropriate. Go to your room. Turbo L hyper turbo fighting. You found Elmo and Rise fan art. Why did you have to tell me that? The thing that sucks is my chat moves so slowly that I have to read things like that. I have to read Elmo and Rise fan art and like bring that idea into the world. You brought that idea into the world. I did no favors in expanding that idea. Turbo Elmo. Okay. All right. Time to delete the internet now. Turbo me Elmo. Oh, it said Turbo L, not Turbo Elmo. I don't know what I. You know what? No, Turbo Elmo is. It doesn't need to happen. Just so you know, we are 44. What does it say? 44:40. 44 minutes, about 44 minutes, 40 seconds in, if you want to watch along with us. And you can by clicking the link in the pinned comment. It's also in the description. So far, I would say I'm enjoying the movie. I wouldn't say it's like my favorite thing ever, but I'm enjoying it. The animation is beautiful, and reading how comparatively little it costs to make this movie, and it still didn't make that back, is the fucked up thing. Like 1.2 million in the movie sphere is not a lot of money, and it still didn't make that back. I do believe this is rotoscoped. Reminds me quite a bit of like Heavy Metal, which would have came out around the same time. Oh, hell yeah. What the fuck is this movie? Only talking about one sexy girl. There's like two that I'm looking at right now. Maybe they aren't cave women. They look a little bit like different from everyone else, but I I don't like the lips, but the other one is a hag. This movie has long since just gone off its meds. Get out of here! No! I love when it just turns into just guttural noises. Like sounds like the pigs in Angry Birds. I mean, yeah, I get it's supposed to be like, primitive caveman speak, but still. The opening weekend in US and Canada was only $263,236. Not even breaking like 300,000. That's kind of insane. Okay, I'm looking at the Wikipedia, and it confirms that this movie is rotoscoped. I don't know if I necessarily needed it to confirm that, but I did. It did. So it definitely looks very rotoscoped. Rotoscoping does rotoscoping can look really good. I mean, obviously, like you can rotoscope on top of like live action as well, and Disney did that a lot. Especially while Walt was alive, he really liked that effect of like blending animation and live action. Performance model. Oh shit, maybe this is mocap. Elle was right. I think this is mocapped. Yeah, true. They reused their frames all the time too, especially like in the 70s when they weren't as successful and didn't really have as much money. They would like recycle frames between like Robin Hood and Aristocats, Rescuers. Oh no. This movie has a 67% on Rotten Tomatoes. So yeah, definitely has a cult following. Gotta wonder if it like made back like money on the home video as well. It's probably one of those. Oh no, he's gonna mate with her. Oh my, how dude. Pig you are, and like a pig you shall die. That's probably the best line in the movie. Like a pig you shall die. Oh, he does the Darth Vader no. Strike while the iron's hot. Return of the Jedi. When did that come out? Like the same year? And they did the Darth Vader no? No more time for it. Yeah, that's the thing is I can't make it stay up. Same thing happened with my ex-girlfriend. Okay, it says 1 hour 35 seconds. We are looks like about 3/4 of the way through the movie, somewhere in about. That's the one thing that sucks is like I can't make it like stay up the time buffer thing. So I kind of just have to like if anyone asks, I kind of have to like put it like move the mouse cuz there doesn't seem to be any way to put it have it constant on screen. I guess I could have downloaded it. I don't even know though cuz like I wouldn't know how to download something from Tubi. Also, I feel like if I did that, my ISP would like throw a bomb through my window. You killed my father! It's on YouTube? Oh, I didn't see that. Shit. That would have been way easier, but actually that would have been better too cuz I'm not sure it's I'm not even entirely sure if the Tubi link that I provided is going to work outside of the US. You know how like streaming sites and things like that like to region lock things unnecessarily. That's why I use ExpressVPN. Get 20% off when you use promo code. When you use promo code Jungle. That would probably be my I don't know. Nah, I'd probably just make it like Ldeiner or something. I can get an alternate link and try that. Let me see if I can find. Okay, here's the YouTube link. I don't think I'm gonna switch it on my end, but I will. Yeah, it's available officially too. on YouTube. I'm gonna post this. I'm not gonna switch it on mine just because like not sure it's really worth the hassle, but I will change out the link that's pinned. There we go. I can get I can get an affiliate link to ExpressVPN. I mean, I don't know. I'm having trouble getting people to pay for my thing, let alone somebody else's thing. I don't think I would make much money off of that. Honestly though, I do kind of wonder like how YouTubers go about like do they like approach sponsors or do the sponsors approach them? I assume like in cases like, like with like Raycon, ExpressVPN, Raid Shadow Legends, the typical ones, like I assume it's like they come to the YouTuber and they work out some sort of deal there. I assume they don't usually pursue the advertisers first. And nobody's pursuing me because nobody fucking watches me. I imagine once I hit like 1K, I don't know. I was gonna say once I hit like 2K, but like L's got like over 2K subs. I don't. There's like one sponsorship, but I don't know how L acquired that. I don't know if like L's getting like requests for sponsorships. How really big you have to be in order to like kind of start getting requests for sponsorships. For most of those, the sites just have an affiliate program you can get a link from. Oh, okay. Release another video. Yeah, I was just I found the movie on YouTube. That might work better for some people who are outside the US. And by some people outside the US, I mean Game Gear Goddess, Game Gear specifically. 1 hour, 7 minutes, 27 seconds. By the way, is what's on the timer. Oh, Doritos Man is back at it. I see what you mean. Man, that's got to be the new meta. That's what the kids are into. They're into Dorito Man. Dorito Man. We need to track we need to track down Pepsi Beth and see if we can start a budding relationship between Pepsi Beth and Doritos Man. Maybe I gotta. You know what? If another emote badge slot opens up on YouTube, like if I get enough subscribers to where like another emote badge opens up, I might have to add a Dorito man. Would it just be like a guy eating a bag of Doritos, or even better, would it just be a guy with a Dorito for a head? Just like a triangular Dorito head. Kind of looks like Phineas from Phineas and Ferb. I remember watching a video of somebody saying Phineas's head from Phineas and Ferb, saying his head looked like a Dorito, and I can't unsee that now. That's scary. You don't want you don't want Dorito Man? Mr. Dorito Head Man. Well, I think you've officially confirmed whenever an emote slot opens, I'm gonna make you do Mr. Dorito Head Man, and don't be afraid to make it look as cursed as possible. You're going to buy Doritos soon? There you go, man. Jump on the bandwagon. This is how we're gonna get rich. We're gonna chase the new meta, retire in Hawaii. It'll be great. It's our ticket out of this hellhole. Can I get Doritos to sponsor my channel? Do you think Doritos sponsors that guy's channel? If not, they're missing out on a great opportunity. Both of them are. Doritos and Pepsi. Yeah, fire up the Super NT. You gotta like whatever your gameplay skill is, you're gonna have to like do like 1/10 of that. That's the only thing is I like did you see how that motherfucker played Mario Kart? It was kind of, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of I don't know if you there was like this like there was like this one news footage thing like when the Super Nintendo first came out in the US, and like they were talking about like this is the new hit toy for all the young kids out there, whatever. And he was showing off F-Zero, and it was the worst fucking gameplay you ever saw. And I think they just did it so they could like show off this green screen effect where like he was inside the F-Zero car. Potato chips better any kind. I'm kind of picky when it comes to potato chips. Like I like I like the kettle cooked kind, the kinds that are like more flavor rich, more like more crunchy. I don't like I hate the like I don't know if you have Utz. Actually, I don't even know if they have Utz like outside the East Coast. I don't know if that's like a national thing, an international thing, but like if you get like some of the big brands of potato chips, they usually have like these. I forget what the technical term for it is, but like the really thin ones, the ones that are like so thin that they're transparent. I fucking hate those. You want to ask if he smokes weed with his Doritos? It's either like smokes weed or drinks sake or something. You hate Doritos? Well, guess what? Doritos hate you too. Doritos are good, especially the sweet chili ones. I don't know if they still make those, but they did like 10 years ago. Those are the best ones. It's like it's like sweet and spicy, but not too much of either. It's weird. Like there are people who swear like they are better at playing video games after smoking a bowl, and it's just like I can't understand that. Like to me, like smoking or drinking or anything like that, like it just like numbs my senses and like how would that work? Like something that like numbs your senses so much, like you can't even drive while drinking, but like you can play video games better while drinking or smoking. I don't know, that's either they're full of shit or I don't know. I guess yeah. Yeah, placebo. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, either they can like zone out or it's yeah, as Elle said, placebo. Weed is bad. I mean, I've said before, I've tried edibles. I don't really like it. I don't judge other people who do it. You know, weed is fine as long as, it's like drinking. It's fine as long as you're not doing it in excess and it starts like ruining like, your relationships with your friends and your family, your significant other, whatever. I mean, it's like everything, isn't it? It's fine as long as you're not obsessed with it and it starts ruining your life. And the movie's over. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the movie. Well, okay, I don't know if I say I really enjoyed it. I would, well, I'll give like more detailed thoughts. I'll give more detailed thoughts in the aftermath video, but yeah, basically. Oh shit, the Pirates of Darkwater is on Tubi. I should watch that one at some point. I've heard mixed things about Pirates of Dark Water, but that might be one to add to the list. I only bring that up because that's the one like Tubi just auto played up next to. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I mean, it's a dumb little action movie. I would give it like a 5 or a 6 out of 10 just because it looks so good. Um, but I mean, I would not call it like my favorite movie of all time. I wouldn't say I can't imagine it being really anybody's favorite movie, but it's fine for what it is. Um, you thought the story was okay? It's all right. It's just, it's nothing special. It's mostly like action based. It doesn't have like a strong emphasis on story. Let me see who's live. Looks like I can take you over to Janked Jesus. He's doing more GameCube marathon. That is a thing, is these streams are obviously going to be a lot I could maybe do like 2 movies in one stream at some point. Rexar, whatever his name was, stole the show. Yeah, I agree. What is this? Sexy bratty Miku. Yes. Okay. Anyway, go raid Janked Jesus. He's playing some GameCube games. What is he playing? Bad Boy? Oh, they made a video game based off Bad Boy. Man, they did a video game based off fucking everything. Anyway, bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Anyway, so tomorrow I will be playing more Harmony of Dissonance. Again, Karumi just beat that game, so GG's to him. But I still have yet to beat it. I'm not as good at speed running or dialogue skipping or whatever as Karumi. Monday, I will be playing more Game Boy Advance games, beginning with the letter F. We just got through the Final Fantasy games. On Monday, actually, we're going to be starting with the Fire Emblem games, which are going to be good games, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to make much of a decision on like what I feel about them in just like 5 or 10 minutes that I've allotted to the game. I want to play more though. I do want to play more of the GBA Fire Emblem games, also Advance Wars. I really want to get more into that sort of stuff. But those are just some of the games we'll be covering on Monday. Tuesday, more Lunar, the Silver Star story complete. Thursday, we are going to be looking at GamePro. I've looked at a number of EGM magazines. Now we're going to look at what I feel was its biggest competitor, at least in the US, GamePro. Taking a look at if there's really any reason to like have any allegiance over one or the other, what the differences are, what the similarities are, things like that. And then on next Saturday, Romparee. So I already got a couple of games that I want to play. Some from the EGM Meg that we looked at last week. Some that L has requested. Art Academy DS I will be playing. That's one that L requested. I'll be playing that on my tablet because that one will be easier. I'll have to remember what that one program is to like mirror like iPad and stuff over to the computer, but I forget what it is. But anyway, go raid Janked Jesus again, playing Bad Boys right now for GameCube. Thank you guys so very much for watching. Thank you, Arus, to my members first of all, Arus218, DJ Ronnie G, and LCX, and thank you to everybody else for watching me tonight. Thank you, Arus218, Karumin Good Gamer, Game Gear Goddess, Mike Wolf, Orc War Chief Reviews, Daniel Barry Sports Highlights, Renee W, Nintendo Vaults, and Jeremiah Thomas. Thank you guys so very much for watching. Good night. And thank you for going to my TED Talk. Bye, everyone.
It's the outro, and here's the outro freeze. Freddy Freak of Intimidation, sweeping the nation, doing his thing by way. If you wanna see more of me, become a member, watch some movies on Ldeiner Cinema, play some games on Rum Roulette and request to be part of the community. Join the Discord, talking about games, music, rum requests, and more. Join now. That's all of the plugs that I've made. Thank you all for watching. Now let's raid!